Hello, and thank you very much for the invitation to participate in this panel. And it's an honor to be part of this discussion about soccer on the Media College Convention, especially for sharing this panel with the colleague Samuel Lopez. It is also an honor to be with one of the people who most inspired and influenced me in research on soccer and World Cups in Brazil, my dear friend Edson Gastaldo. I will share my screen. Wait a minute, please. Okay, and I am Felipe Mostaro, and PhD in Social Communication at Rio de Janeiro State University. I am an author of the 3 books and dozen papers about relationships of media and sport. I am research and core coordinator of LEMI, Laboratory of Studies in Media and Sports, located at Rio de Janeiro State University. And in my thesis, I researched the narrative of Brazilian newspaper about the coach of the Brazilian selection team in the World Cups. The corpus of the investigation was from the 1930 World Cup to 1970. I am currently developing a post-PhD at Rio de Janeiro State University that analyze also the narratives about the coach in the remaining World Cups, 1974 to 2018. And from the analysis of printed newspaper, I start from the understanding of the media and the environment that brings certain configuration and structures. I understand that newspapers survived are part of this complex messaging system. From there, I investigate what roles this media environment will assign to the coach of the Brazilian team. More specifically, within this frame World Cup, frame in the terms of Ivan Goffman, what will this environment determine as allowed by the coach to do or not to do? In 40 years investigate from 1930 to 1970, the newspaper survived remedy their narrative thread. During this period, 2,351 articles were analyzed that dealt about the Brazilian soccer team from the day of its debut until its return to the country, totaling 600 editions. My presentation today is an excerpt from this research. Within this analysis, it was possible to observe the different environments formulated by this complex interaction among the culture, technology, history, and emotions over these 40 years. This process gave the name to my presentation today that would be Remediation of Narratives about the World Cups in Brazil. And it's also as a theoretical tool, the idea of Boter and Gruzin's remediation and Rogers Fiedler's media morphos. The main conception is how this media environment adapts itself when receiving these new forms of mediation of the events of the World Cup, and that each of these vehicles has some of its characters incorporated into the newspaper. In other words, radio and television broadcasts and their modern on new character interfere in the language of the newspaper. And this process of remediation, I start the idea about the first major media morphos was the insertion of the radio in this World Cup environment. In 1938, Brazil followed the events of the competition playing in France for the first time alive. And the second decisive change in this media environment was the television live broadcast in 1970. In both cases, selected for this lecture, we will indicate how this change have remedied the newspaper and affected their perception, understanding, and the feeling of the Brazilian people regard the narrative of the World Cup as a national ritual. And the first World Cup before the radio, in the 1930 World Cup, for example, the presence of telegraph impacted and structured the language of the newspaper. Short notes about the match were reported the day after the game, and this fact meant that the fans went to the door of the newspaper headquarters to follow the notes made on the blackboard to know the result of the match before the newspaper reached and the newsstands. The media environment directly interfere in the people's action and the way of the relations and behavior with soccer. There were 19 years about the selection in 18 days of analysis. So, in 1938, the Brazil context, radio was incorporated into this environment, and the radio broadcast mediated the social, political, and economic transformation in Brazil in 1930s. It was the main weapon of Getúlio Vargas' government and a factor that expanded the narrative of the nation. This new environment helps in the formation and the consolidation of a national identity. This novelty had such a great impact of the interpretation of the World Cup in Brazil that it is recommended for researchers like Simone Guedes the birth of the national ritual in Brazil, the World Cups of soccer. And the radio remedies the newspaper, and in the Brazilian media environment, it carries out a process of amplification of a decisive reach. This is because 60% of the population was illiterate. And so the radio discourse is able to directly interfere in the perception of a large portion of the population about the importance of the World Cup event and consequently of soccer. The number of reports of the national team indicates this impacted on what was considered event and important to be realized. There were 256 reports in 27 days. And the narrative encouraged effort to be a fan to support the national team as a synonym of being Brazilian, initiating the ritual that will always be exalted by the media environment at its competition. It is a milestone in the beginning of the cultural understanding that we would be the country of soccer. Without this, without this media environment, it would be difficult to distribute this narrative across a country with continental dimensions like Brazil. The radio input completely alters the relationships and actions of Brazilian during World Cup. This entry remedies the newspaper, which no longer releases short notes about the competition via telegraph, but seeks to reproduce the radio narratives. And the news transcriber, the players' interviews that were broadcast on the radio the day before. You can see and the reports on the left side. And the first, I translate the terrified Czechs against the Brazilian. And the middle, the wives of the players talking to them on the radio. And the last, Brazil players will speak with radio. This is a notice. And hearing the match live on the radio was exalted with a patriotic act. Inclusively, the president of the country decreed the closure of the commerce and the public offices so that everyone could follow the transmission. Receivers were installed in the square in several Brazilian cities that gathered thousands of people for the event. The tribal aspect of radio, as McLuhan said, is vividly observed. An imaginary community appears through the emotions provoked by the sport and the quick sharing of meanings about the meaning of soccer. We say in Brazil that radio and soccer form a perfect marriage, and that the popularization of the sport, no matter how other relevant factors exist, of course, is closely linked to this media environment. And after that, Brazil heard on the radio the defeat in 1950 World Cup in the so-called Maracanazo, which was our tragedy as defined by the journalist and the playwright Nelson Rodrigues. And until, of course, the shameful 7-1 against Germany in 2014. And also listening to the victors in the 1958 and the 1962 World Cups. However, in 1970, this whole environment had a remediation and impacted media methods. The first live TV broadcast on color for the World Cups in Brazil. The images are inserted more explicitly in the research newspaper, even occupying an entire page, something that we did not observe in other competitions. And the construction of the narratives is based on images. There were 625 reports in 22 days. It was the largest number of reports we found in the survey. However, common reports on the first two achievements at 401 in 1958 and the 377 in 1962. And the right, you can see the number of images in the page. And Marovitz emphasized that the media create new forms of sociability and the bounds influencing social behaviors. I believe that these changes in communication centers are a process of continuous flow articulated by the conflicts between fields in the Bourdieu terms that engender the new needs and the new interactional practices. With television, the idea of spectacle in sport becomes more evident. With television, in 1970, it became possible for Brazilians to watch the instant image of the event. Experiencing this new environment encompassed the novelty of television. Jornal do Brasil brings to its narrative the increased demand of the population to interact in the ritual through technological innovation. I translate for us. World Cup increased the sale of television. In some specialized store, demand reached 50% above the normal average for the rest of the year. The TV repair shops also had their work increased, mainly with the request for image adjust and review. I think this intensity, stimulated by this new environment, interferes with the consolidation of competition as a national ritual. In the newspaper narrative, the third title reaffirms soccer as a basic element of the national identity and the Brazilian team as a synonym for the fantastic soccer, a dream team, reinforcing the concept of soccer art that was born in 1938. And I understand that these new environments, 1938 with radio broadcast and the 1970 with television broadcast, boosted the large volume of the news in the newspaper on the subject. Thus, I believe its medium of communication carries various kinds of needs, preference for space, time, pace, and or duration. As we have seen, the environment of radio and the television accelerates the pace of the news and consequently the intensity of interactions. In the same time, it is important to specify that the text and the reading of the newspaper in the contest in 1938 and 1970s World Cup not go away. But this role and functions will be altered rapidly because the media environment changed. Before finish, I briefly describe to anyone who was curious to know how these new environments change the role of the coach. And far from a deterministic bias, we know that the technological change combined with the political, economic, and the social aspects helped to change what was required for the codes by the newspaper narrative. The newspaper analyzed throughout the period, O Globo and the Folha de São Paulo, integrate the narrative of national elite. And this act by assigning roles to this frame and demanded certain performs, molding ways of thinking, acting, and behaving in the face of this ritual. In 1930, for example, a position as a diplomat was required for the coach. In 1938, the correct was to see the coach as disciplinary, and in 1970, to be someone connected with the new technologies, consolidation, the technocratic profile of the coach that had emerged in the 1930s in Brazil. With the advancement of spectacular soccer, broadcast on television, the coach will become an example of technopoly process in postman terms in the soccer. This is so important. The coach would be a tool to directly interfere in the soccer environment, and this function will be exalted in the media to perform this function. And this a graph, we can see the impact of the radio and the television broadcast and increase the numbers of reports on the selection, about the selection team, Brazil. The new environment accelerated the page of the news. And finally, more than vehicles that mediate the competition, the newspaper are part of an environment that made the actions and emotions during the competition common and natural, and institute a way to tell this narrative about the country through the frame World Cup. In these environments, the participation of Brazilian is intensified, and behaviors that directly influence Brazilian soccer itself are required. At each World Cup, soccer art is demanded by the newspaper. Based and the McLuhan extract that Edson Gastaldo selected to summarize this table that were incorporate actions and reactions of an entire population around the dynamic imagined called soccer, and more specifically in this work in the Brazilian team. The media ecology helps us to interpret how this complex communication system produced and shaped the actions and interpretations of soccer that drove this sport as the most popular in the world. I thank you so much. This is my email for the other questions, suggestions, sending of the complete survey material and the contacts. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be part of this panel on Media Ecology Convention. And thank you.